In this video, we are going to go over the mutation abilities. This is going to be a quick video talking about them, and note that I am using the North America PSO2 simulator to demonstrate this point. Still the same name though, so it shouldn't be as confusing. Also note that if you are new to Affixing, if you want to get started, if you want to know certain other things, you can look in the description or above my head for the playlist or certain videos. To understand this video though, you will want to watch the stacking ability video. You can look above my head or in the description for that, so you can understand what I'm doing and how I'm changing these different percentages. So, with Affixing Simulator, you can see that there's a Mutation I and Mutation II. Mutation I gives you S attack, R attack, T attack, HP. I thought I went to the NA version. Let me swap over here. Let me type in mutation. It's going to be in this. You can also get SAF for it? No, that's a different one. But here it is, Mutation I, Mutation II. It's going to give you melee power plus 10, range power plus 10, tech power plus 10, HP plus 10. This is for the Mutation I. For Mutation II, plus 15 in melee, range, tech, power, and then plus 15 in HP. Nothing too exciting / grand. Now when it comes to you getting these, they are a natural drop. You can make a Mutation I into a Mutation II. For example, if I want to toy around with this, I could technically, well, to get it to transfer at least to your weapon and or unit, you need two. You can't have one of itself, so you can try to get it to transfer. You need two. Then to get the maximum percentage for Mutation I, you will need 3. However, like the Doom Break abilities, this mutation can actually increase the chance of going to a Mutation II depending on how many Mutation Is you have. So if you have 4, guess what? That 10% just went to a 30% if you have 4 of these. To get the maximum percentage to try to go to Mutation II with Mutation Is, it will be at a 50%. You need 5 of these. Any more than that, it's going to be overkill and you're not going to get a % increase. This depends on how you want to do it. I would not really gamble on that. If you want to, you can, but I would just try to farm it as a natural drop. So here's Mutation II, and you can see that once again you need 2 copies to get it to transfer. 3 will give you the maximum percentage. Any more than that, it's going to be a waste, and you cannot even go for a Mutation III. So with these abilities, you might be saying, Morph, this isn't that grand, and it's not, because there's other abilities like Ether Factor, Astral Soul. There's Modulator as well that can give you a lot of power. There's also Mana Reverie later in the future where it can give you a lot of power, like plus 50, and then HP and PP compared to this. So why would you want to have a mutation? Mutation has a little quirk to it. If you look over here or in the upper left hand corner, you'll see that something pops up. Mutation I can boost the synthesis rate of a stat 3. Pretty much it's just saying if you use this in your formula while you're trying to upgrade to a grade 3 ability, there's going to be a success increase with that. This is how people are able to push to a 3 slot using a bunch of using a bunch of grade 2s and then pushing it to a 3 slot because they're using a mutation within the formula. The same can be said with going from a grade 3 to a grade 4. Now, sadly, there's no way to actually push from a grade 4 to a grade 5 other than using ability success rate boosters and some other means, but mutations can be used to help you get these grade 3 and grade 4. I will demonstrate this in this video, and you'll see me do this again later in a separate video or other videos that will actually combine a bunch of stuff together. So, let's say I have a basic stat enhancement of like a Might 2, and let's just say I want to try to get to a Might 3, but I only have these like Might 2s. Note that the grade 3s are easy to farm for, and it's not that bad to buy them, ? I don't know how it is over there in North American PSO2, but obviously in the Japanese PSO2, it's a different story because of various other things. You'll see a future video where I talk about how to get these grade 3 stat enhancements and how to make them, how to push them to a grade 4 and then a grade 5. But let's say you have 2 Might 2s. You can gamble on the chance of getting a Might 3 at a 30%, but if you have a Mutation I somewhere in your formula, or you have a fodder piece with Mutation I, you can slap it on here, and guess what? That 30% just became a 60%. There was a 30% increase right there and then. You would want to do this. Now, you can stack this even further. Let's say you have 3 Might 2s. You can see that percentage went from 60% to an 80%. Now you can't stack the mutations to try to increase that chance. You can only use one mutation. So this is how you can actually get a grade 3 without actually getting the grade 3. This is how you can upgrade into a grade 3 using a bunch of grade 2s. This applies to the other grades as well, like a status effect grade. Let's say you got burn 2. Let me actually move it over here instead. If I have burn 2 and get burn 2, guess what? This also applies. If I took out the mutation, you can see that that percent just dropped from, I wasn't paying attention to the number. But yeah, that's a 40% increase right there. From that 20% to a 40%. Obviously, if I have another burn, it will increase the chance even further. So, when it comes to you upgrading to the higher grades, you would want to use a mutation. Now, Mutation II is handy because if you're trying to push for a grade 5, or if you just want to get a grade 4, a Mutation II can help you increase those chances to go for a grade 4. Let me pull up something new. So, there's another thing you can use to actually get a higher chance as well, but I'll mention that in a later video. So let's say you have a bunch of Might 3s and you want to try to push for a grade 4 so you can lead up into a grade 5. Let's say you have 2 of these Might 3s. You can see that 2 of these can give you a 20% for a Might 4. Guess what? If you use a Mutation II, that 20% became a 50%. That is a huge jump. And then guess what? If you have another Might, you can push that, and guess what? That percent is workable. Because now if you want to try to do this, you don't need to really wait for an affix week, or you don't really need to gamble as much. All you need to do is slap on a 30% ability success rate. You can easily get a grade 4. Now the hard part from there on out is trying to get the grade 4 into a grade 5. Once again, there's no actual ability that can help you do that sort of mechanic, do this sort of thing that the Mutation II has. If they make a Mutation 3, that will most likely help you get to it. But once again, this will be used in a separate video. I just wanted to make this as its own separate thing, concept, idea, because this is a particular ability that not a lot of people will usually go for as in itself. Like, there are better abilities compared to what the Mutation 1 and 2 can give by itself. However, you will want to use mutations so you can get higher grades. That is it for this video. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, put it down below. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.